Good morning. It is October 10th, 2019, Thursday morning. And after all that tear down and redo of our 3-gallon Nano, I kind of don't know where to start this morning. So I have been wanting to bring you tank of the day and tip of the day for a while. Let's do that first.
So we are checking out Jason from PrimeTime Aquatics, his fish room. Look at this. I mean, this is just one side. There's huge tank after huge tank. And then look at this. Like what a place to hang out. A low boy right in the middle. You got the couches around it. And we're gonna go through tank by tank and see this whole thing. But he's got another low boy island over here. And just amazing, and I mean amazing fish tanks. Like look at this guy. Oh my gosh. Huge slot. Yeah, it reminds me of Geo. And you got a ton of shell dwellers. I can't wait to just dive into this fish room and see what they got. But like even this tank, like how cool is that? Tons of either, I don't know if that's jungle vow or dwarf sad, something. Even got some shrimp in there. There's a little guy right there. But we are going to go in depth with this room and see everything that Jason from PrimeTime Aquatics has to offer. What is going on, shrimp keepers? This is Rob with FlipAquatics.com, and today we are in Jason and Joanne's fish room. This is Jason from PrimeTime Aquatics. Jason, why don't you just say hi?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fish room.
There you go. So Jason is a biologist, microbiologist by trade?
Yes, I teach biology and microbiology.
So he's a very smart guy. He knows his stuff. He breeds a ton of fish. And we actually just got Kasha in the house, too. So creative pet keeping. We got a party going on here. You guys are missing out, but I'm hopefully going to show you enough of this that you guys feel like you didn't miss out. And we're going to have a great time seeing Jason's fish room. So let's get right into it, Jason.
Let's do it.
Jason, I ask everyone this question. If you could give one piece of advice to everyone watching, what would it be?
I think the number one thing is have patience with your fish tanks. One of the number one things that we see when there are issues are people trying to rush, put fish in a tank that isn't ready for it. If you can be patient, allow your tank to cycle, allow your water parameters to stabilize, you're going to have much better luck early on. It's going to be so much more enjoyable because there's nothing more stressful than watching fish get sick and wondering what to do about it, especially when you're new. So have patience and everything's going to be much better.
Awesome.
Well, these tanks are kind of ugly.
So that was our tip of the day and a little teaser for tanks, plural, of the day from Rob of Flip Aquatics, interviewing Jason of PrimeTime Aquatics, who, as you heard, is a marine biologist. So if you want all things science-y about water chemistry, about flora and fauna, you can't go wrong checking out Jason of PrimeTime Aquatics. Links for both in the show notes. Next up, what does sumo wrestling, two tails, shrimp, aquascaping, and Chicago have to do with anything? Well, Aquashella was at the end of September, and sumo wrestling was just one of the shenanigans that Aquashella was up to. And so I thought we'd let PeckTech tell you, or at least give you a little sneak peek of what we both missed, because I didn't go either, and I'm sorry I didn't.
One thing that's really interesting about this event is the walk-in and how interesting it is, especially for kids and stuff. I think, well, even as adults, but for kids it could be really fun. Just a little bit extra effort to make it really nice. I don't mean to go so fast. There's probably a lot of videos to this by now, but very fascinating.
Doesn't that look like a really fun event? You know, I just gave you a teaser taste, and I will give links in the show notes. So what have I been up to? Well, as some of you know who caught the episode, it was delayed for 4 days. It's supposed to air on Thursday, and it ended up airing on Monday. The thing I did not get to show you is what I did with the Snow Queen pothos. So I was looking for a way to affix them to the top of the manzanita wood, and nothing that I had to hand to make, do a fast DIY was going to work. So what I ended up doing was taking some plastic coated wire. I don't think it's copper. I looked pretty closely. I didn't get the magnifying glass out. I probably should have. Anyway, I just did a simple over-under twist braid and inserted each one of the cuttings into one of the gaps. And unfortunately, when I was doing that, I was taking a really close look at it, and I discovered that my supplier, out of the 5 or 6 clips or cuttings, that person only sent me 2 that have growing nodes. So, it's sitting on top of the manzanita wood. It is growing roots into the water, but only 2 of those cuttings are going to grow plants, and I'm pretty ticked about that. So I want you to be careful when you're buying from independent hobbyist suppliers. Be careful and make sure you're getting exactly what you think you're getting. Read those descriptions really closely. All right, let's move on. So I kept trying to get you guys a picture of our new snails with the manzanita wood in the rescape, and I couldn't. And I apologize for that, but I have them now. So first you saw the little guy going up, starting to climb up the manzanita wood, and here he or she or they, it is about halfway up. And you'll see this happen. They'll climb all over the place. But occasionally they'll just fall and you think, oh my God, what happened to my snail? I'm going to show you that again, and I'm going to zoom in because I want you to see something. That is the that is the mystery snail's way of getting down. And if you look in the highlight right there that's in freeze frame, there is a little bubble in their shell that's air that allows them to float down. So they're not hurting themselves at all. They're just fine. I want to give a thanks to Rob from Flip Aquatics for interviewing Jason from PrimeTime Aquatics. It was really a fascinating tour of Jason's fish room, and you really should jump down to the show notes and go take a look at that interview. And I'll leave you links, as always, in the show notes to everyone we featured. And for our preview of Aquashella Chicago, we want to thank Pectech. He did a great job, and we only gave you a little taste of what it actually looks like inside. You should really go find somebody who went there and look at their content, because it was a lot of fun. We'd like to challenge you this week to like, comment, and share on Facebook. I heard one presenter say that they got their most traffic from Facebook, and I don't really push it too much on Facebook. So if you would, we'd really appreciate that. And finally, I'd like to give a massive shout out to BitChute users. I feel bad. I feel like I've ignored you guys now for probably longer than I want to admit to. I feel like you guys have been so loyal and have stuck with me for so long through the previous show that we did, which was completely different content, to the, dead silent time when I wasn't producing anything, and now with this show. I really appreciate it. It's very humbling and very gratifying to know that something I do you find important or entertaining or interesting. So thank you, BitChute. You still have a higher subscriber count than YouTube. Well, it's time to drain the tank on this one, friends. I need to clean up my messes and clean up my hard drive, which is lagging and causing my editing software to lag. So our music today is the same as Monday's music. It is 7th Floor Tango, and I kind of like this one because it has the same vibe as the intro music, which is Live Worms. It always has been. It probably always will be. Kind of that early 60s vibe, and I really like it. But I just want to remind you, we are trying to find outro music. And I think on Sunday, I'm just going to run the outro music all the way through our show, and we're going to take a vote at some point. Thanks for joining us today. God bless you. Until we see you again on Sunday.